Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is John Franzen, and part of what motivated our project was we all have a love for our pets. I myself have a small farm that has a bunch of chickens, mini donkeys, dogs, and cats, and plenty more animals down the line for us. So our project is called Pet Matchmaker. It is designed to help individuals discover their perfect pet that aligns with their lifestyle and personality. We considered key factors such as diet, living situation, their ability to care for a pet, and their hobbies to ensure that we match them with the best possible pet for each user. Users begin by completing a comprehensive quiz that evaluates aspects of their day-to-day lives, and then upon completion, they receive a tailored recommendation featuring their top 3 pet options. Each one is created and tailored specifically to each user. Additionally, we provide a resource hub with valuable links to lead to local adoptable pets, as well as websites that show how to care for pets with resources in their local area. To add kind of a fun twist on the end of the quiz, if the user chooses to answer questions in a way that would lead to not maybe being the most appropriate person to have a live pet, we do offer a virtual pet on our site to allow the user to have the fun of managing a pet without putting any real animals in any danger. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my teammate Travis Roop to talk about some of the more technical aspects of the app. Travis?
Thank you, John. Myself personally, one of the animals I like to keep is I actually am a fish breeder, and I have well over 1,000 fish that I keep in my home. But when we began delving deeper into this idea, our largest obstacle was developing an effective logic system to determine which pets would best suit each user. Initially, we considered a reductive front-end model where pets would be eliminated based on the user's answer to a series of questions. As users continued answering questions, the process would narrow down options until only the best fitting pet remained. To visualize this, we started building a decision tree using a graphic map that showed how different answers would lead to various branches and eventually converge to the most suitable pet. However, we quickly realized that this approach would be too difficult to modify, particularly when it came to adding or removing questions or pets. This led us to adopt a scoring system, and in that system, each answer would add or subtract points for different pets. Once the quiz was completed, the pets with the highest score would be identified as the best match. We ended up doing the top 3 pets, and the scoring method would provide much more flexibility and allowing us to easily add more questions, pets, and answers and users, and even create multiple quizzes if we decided to. After deciding on the scoring-based logic method, we implemented it using a database-driven MVC architecture with theme type, theme leaf, and Spring Boot to manage the database and connect it to the front end. We also wanted users to be able to save their progress in the quiz and the results. And to achieve this, we must develop a login system utilizing cookies and to store all relevant information. With that being said, Walter Joseph is going to go ahead and demonstrate the quiz for us.
Thank you, Travis. As John and Travis mentioned, this is a group of animal lovers. I have 2 cats myself. I invited them to the presentation, but they decided to nap instead, so it'll be just us. We had a lot of fun coming up with different ways to get data from the user to match them with the perfect pet. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the quiz. I will be looking from side to side because the quiz is on the other screen. First, we want our users to be able to register an account. We have the functionality to create a new user, and so they would sign up here. But for the purposes of the demonstration, we will do a guest login. So we can see the visitor is logged in. So let's take the quiz. We tried to make the questions fun and entertaining. As we're going through the quiz and an answer is selected, let me say I'm allergic to fish. As an answer is selected, the message is relayed to the back end through a data transfer object, and this updates the score. As we progress through the quiz, pets gain or lose points. For example, I said I was allergic to fish, so fish lost a lot of points. It would be less likely to be recommended to me. So this scorekeeping isn't visible on the user interface because we want it to be simple and elegant for the user. But the back-end logic is hard at work keeping our scores in track. We decided to make it 14 questions long. We decided on 14 because we felt that was good enough to give us useful data to match pets with the users, but not long enough to overwhelm the user and cause them to lose interest and leave our website. So let's go ahead and go through the quiz. And we have this fun graphic at the end that lets us know we're at the end of the quiz. And now we'll wait for our top 3 results. And so we've been recommended a virtual pet, a cat, and a dog. And so if you wanted more information on where you can adopt a cat, you could go to the resources page that John mentioned earlier. These are clickable links, and they do lead to places where you can find pets, you can get information on taking care of pets. We really tried to think with the user in mind. And then we also had the virtual pet option for users, who maybe would do better with a virtual pet. So let me go ahead and name him. And so over time, the pet gets more hungry, more thirsty, more bored. We can interact with the pet here. Sure. So you see the points are going down, and then we feed it, and then the points go back up. So it is a fully interactive game for our users who would prefer a virtual pet. And with that, I will pass it on to my colleague, Kat Killinger, to discuss the design aspects of this project.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kat Killinger. I myself have 2 dogs, Oliver and Harvey, as well as the occasional foster pup in the home. Our primary front-end goal was to create a design that exuded simplicity, professionalism, and cleanliness while ensuring seamless navigation for users. To achieve this, we implemented a dynamic yet user-friendly navigation bar across every page, strategically positioning it to focus, positioning it consistently for enhanced usability. We primarily leveraged CSS and HTML. We maintained a focus on efficiency and versatility, allowing for a smooth and polished user experience across the entirety of the website. Additionally, to infuse a touch of fun and charm into the interactivity into the experience, we incorporated a custom GIF as shown on the virtual pet page. Notably, this animation was actually crafted in homage to Travis's beloved dog, adding a personal touch to our elements. We wanted the design to also be unified across all pages, and even when navigating to the virtual pet page, we wanted there to be enough differences in the look so that the user knows they are an expanded part of the application, but cohesive enough that you knew you were still on the same website. We also have links in addition to that on our portfolios that show our work, sections about us with icons that lead to each consecutive page like GitHub, LinkedIn, and our portfolios. This was ultimately very fun for all of us to learn how to implement the personal touches throughout the building of our application. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to Travis to expand on our stretch goals and challenges.
Thank you, Kat. So we had a lot of things that we wanted to get to. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we weren't able to get to every single goal that we had. We also had a lot of stretch goals, such as one as implementing an API from Pet Finder that would allow a user to provide direct links to the pets available at that user's local area. This feature aimed to enhance our user experience by offering immediate and actionable results. Additionally, we planned on including a restart quiz button, allowing the user to retake the quiz with minimal effort if they wish to explore different options or correct previous answers. To manage and update the quiz effectively, we envisioned implementing admin roles. These roles would enable authorized users to add new questions, pet types, and other content, ensuring that the quiz remained current and comprehensive. This comprehensive approach aimed to create a dynamic, user-friendly platform that could adapt and grow with the user's needs and preferences. We had many obstacles during the building of this program, which each of us had, and we would all work together in order to overcome these. Whether we worked on front end, back end, or jump back and forth, we all worked very well as a team, and it was quite the experience that we all had, and we're so glad that we had it. But thank you so much for being here and supporting us through our project. Now Lee Gamlin will take over for a little bit.